Sierra, you might be right about this uploading. I don't know if it actually takes 2 hours. I thought when we do smaller videos, it goes at least quicker. Sometimes it makes my upload like super quick if I make 1, 2, 3 minutes. So now I try to speak quick and to make it clear in short time, and then hopefully it doesn't take so long to upload. So I like very much the idea of this three-dimensional map that is a kind of top shot, so that you see it from up, because this makes, of course, the zoom, well, you could imagine like the dimensionality of the zoom then becomes from up to down. Of course, we then have to imagine the other dimensions of the zoom. But I think this, I was thinking when I was listening to you talking, what if we, for example, I don't know how you imagine, if you have a map and then you have different, what you say, spaces or landscapes, that they are then spread out over this spatiality. I thought, what if we, for example, have many different layers of maps, so also in a way to think the three-dimensionality. Of course, to make an illustration of this is kind of complex, so I think we can more think the map as three-dimensional, but composed out of two-dimensional sheets of paper or whatever we make it with. And I thought what you said about the fact that spaces that you know very well, that they give you more movement information, and even like proprioceptive or kinesthetic information. This, I think, is a really interesting idea, because I know, for example, the house that I lived in when I was a kid, my bedroom was on one side of the house and the toilet was on the other side of the house, and to get from one to the other in the night, it was a very complicated way to go through the house. And I knew this way by heart, and actually it's somehow a space that I can still recall, because I know exactly, okay, I would go out, there would be a sofa on my left side, then I would have to do 3 steps forward, then there would be a table, and I would know exactly, like, okay, when am I gonna bump it, when am I... So this kind of, I thought maybe there are kind of perceptions of space that are actually stored in memory. So if we have, each of us, when we would have, for example, 5 different memories of spaces, different types of spaces. One could be landscape, another could be this kind of houses or apartments or spaces, living spaces. Another could be, I don't know, a car. Like, I'm thinking now, what could these spaces be? And we would, of course, have to think maybe first about spaces that are ingrained in our memories, and if these spaces give us some sort of kinesthetic response or memories, that makes it easier to use them. Because in the end, we need these maps in order to navigate our movements more easily, or to find some sort of score that can be repeated. And of course, the better we know a certain space, the more easy it is to repeat a certain action inside of this space. So my suggestion would be that we think of spaces, particular spaces, and that we make some sort of like a map, but which has different layers. So one layer would be a landscape layer, and another layer would be a apartment layer, and another layer would be okay, bed is not a good idea. I don't know. What else could it be? We have to think about that, but okay, different layers, and this would also produce a kind of three-dimensionality. And then I don't know how we should go from one layer to another, if this should be connected to these passages from books and so on. But I like very much, like, if we build some sort of wacko score, which is three-dimensional in terms of our imagination of space, that then each level of this map has kind of references or connects to texts that also produce information around this. I think this could be great. Okay, now I sent this because maybe you have something else to say in the meanwhile. I hope it works. More soon. Ciao. Fuck, I'm bad. I never find where I should stop it. Where do I stop it? Where do I stop it? Where do I stop it? There we go.